Hi there, BookTube! My name is Christina and today I'm here with a tag video. And it's been a while since my last tag, well, except for the mid-year freak out book tag. And here I am with a proper tag. I was willing to film it for quite a while and it never was the right moment, so I just decided to sit here and to try and film it. So here I am with some of the answers for the If I Were a Book tag. And this tag was created by Kira, and I will leave the link to the original video I hope down below. And let's go right with the answers. I've not planned them, so it can be a mess, but I thought that the topic is just so fun that why not to try? So question number one is, what format would it be? Considering that the premise is you are a book. So what format would it be? Will it be a novel, a short story, a poem, a graphic novel? I believe that it will be a novel, and I don't know, it will probably be a trilogy or a standalone, something like that. The second question is, what genre will it be? And fantasy. Of course it will be fantasy. Well, if I'm imagining something different rather than my actual life, because otherwise it will be a contemporary, but I will go with the general idea that I may have about myself, the better version, then it will be a fantasy. How much would it be fictional? Well, it's a fantasy, so as fictional as possible. I actually love high fantasy worlds, so I will go with high fantasy. Question number 4 is, will it cover a short or long period of time? And if it will be a standalone, then a long period of time. If it will be a trilogy, then I would love something like childhood, adult years, and maybe more elderly adventures, something like that. I know that it sounds strange. Question 5 is, would there be an antagonist? So who will be your he who must not be named? Well, in a good fantasy, there should be an antagonist. But I don't want it to be someone like Voldemort, someone completely evil, because I think that those kind of enemies, they're not very believable. I would love someone like very complicated, with a different set of mind, with maybe different goals, and we clashed for whatever reason, and there was some misunderstandings, and life went on and things happened, and we end up being on different sides and we need to fight one against the other, but not a he who must not be named, because you always need to name your enemy, because if you're too afraid to tell his or her name, then he or she has won already. Let's go on. Question 6 is, what world would you live in? And here again, a fantasy one. I don't have in mind the specific kind of fantasy, but definitely a world in which there is magic. I love magic. That's the reason why I love high fantasies, because, I mean, when there are only magical creatures or there are just some strange events, I usually don't like it that much. I love magic in fantasy books. 7 is, what era would you live in? And probably I will go with a completely fictional era. I mean, not something relatable to our real world, because medieval fantasies are always very, very funny. But if I have to imagine that I will live in a world where there are no toilets and just the general idea of being clean is absurd to our actual standards, no, it's not for me. I will love something like fictional, a world in which we have beautiful flowy dresses but still have kind of bathtubs or things like that. Then I will go with something with an old kind of fashion vibes, but a bit of modern comfort. Well, I will go fine without internet, without technology, like the modern kind of technology, but just like the minimum necessary to live comfortably, then yes, that's something that I will pick for myself. Question number 8 is, would your book be written in a linear, cyclical, reverse chronology, or will it be anachronic? That's tricky. I mean, linear is the easiest way to go. Reverse is very funny because these are the books in which you already know what will happen at the end, and then you go backwards. Anachronic, I don't think so, because it's a little bit too chaotic to get what happens and when. And reverse, cyclical, no, cyclical, it's when things happen again and in different ways. I believe that I will go with linear or reverse. You know what, if I can choose, I will go with something like a mix. So it will be kind of linear, but with useful flashbacks to why we get to the situation to which we get, something like that. So linear with flashbacks and maybe some flash forwards. So not exactly flash forwards. I will have an omniscient narrator, so someone who knows everything from all the timeline of the book, so that you will have some foreshadowings of what will happen after a certain decision, but not too much. And it's something that I love in books. Usually it keeps me very interested and it makes me like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Now we know that it will end wrongly, but you don't exactly know what will happen. So I like those types of books. I know it's a messy answer, so sorry about it. 9 is, what will be the main plot twist? And oh my god, not having thought about an answer, it's very difficult. The main plot twist, I don't know, maybe that the main reason for what I fought for all of the book is completely twisted and I discover that I was on the wrong side the whole time. This can be something that really hurts my feelings, and this can be, I don't know, I've not planned it, so that's the best that comes to my mind. And 9 and 10 is tag people, and if you're watching this video, then consider yourself tagged, because I'm completely unprepared for this video this time, so I have no one in my mind right now. I don't know who has done this video and who has not, so if you're feeling like filming it, then go for it. It's funny, it's lovely, and you can imagine yourself in your life as a book. We're readers. Come on, it's like the best thing ever. Thank you so much for watching this strange kind of tag. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon in my next videos. Bye! Ciao!